Technically like half of last part episode 13. Um but hold on, before I start I'm gonna make sure. Okay, perfect. Let's go. Let's start the regular season. Start the conversation with John Cooper, which is probably one of the best coaches in the game. We got him. Uh we'll go over through the lineups and all that good stuff there. Ati Lemieux, and a fourth for a second and a third. Atu will just go there. Waivers. No. So just a second and a third for a fourth, which ain't worth it because we'd be either letting them go next year or trading them. So. I'm happy with our roster. Couple young guys, right? So our first line is Worley, Claymore, McKenna. Claymore and McKenna has been with the team quite a long. Nimlin, Solani, Nelson, Richie, Nez, and Povchervik, Erickson, Sungtag, and Nequest, or whatever. And then Zablorb, Lang, and then Couturier, and then whatever, and then Vanatini. And then goalies is Melly and Kobe. Koba? Which is pretty solid. Two goalies. I wonder. Actually, for HO, we're going to start Cox in net. Because that's who we want to start. And then looking in the rain. We're here, mommy, to end this misery. So Carolina won the Stanley Cup. Minnesota won the President's Trophy. Minnesota won the Clarence S. Campbell. And Carolina won the Prince of Wales. So them two teams cleaned the house. Lucas Raymond won the Art Ross. Claymore won the Hart Memorial. Lechinov won the James Norris. Raymond won the Lady Byng. Nimelin won the Calder, so we won it like I think the last 3 years. I think it is. I know the last 2 years for sure. Jarvis won the Conn Smythe. Wallstead won the Vesna. Wallstead won the William and Jennings. Whatever. Corsten won the Bill Masterton. Winnipeg coach won the Jack Adams. Casper won the Frank J. Selke Award. Claymore won the Ted Lindsay. And the Maurice Richard Trophy. Let's go. I wonder how Tampa's guy. So there's a couple things I need to look at there. So Tampa. Okay. So nothing impressive. I thought it was like maybe a young guy. But yeah, no. Claymore won the... Only 46 goals won it? Huh. Wow. And then, like these two, he had 55 goals and nothing. Maybe not this year, but I feel like next year he's gonna start reeling in his points per game. McKenna I feel like McKenna could also, probably 2 years from now. Worley could also. Hmm. So let's think maybe the 3 months in, do some contracts extensions. Let's actually start thinking about that. Actually, I think we already did it as much as we can. So our 3 months in, we're gonna assume 2, which is going to be the game right before the Philadelphia Flyers. Let's see how well we start off the season or how bad we start. Tooney. How many years do you have? You have 1 year. You know what, Tooney? We'll claim you. So 3-2 loss to San Jose. 4-2 win over Pittsburgh Penguins, which is very solid. 1-1 to start the season. We're in Seattle, and a big, I think, 5-0 win or 5-0 loss. So either big win or big loss. Which, of course, I'm hoping for a big win. Because it could depends if we could have amazing first start or first half of the season and then a shitty second half, or we could have a shitty first half and a good second half, which I'd rather have a good first half and then a shitty second half and then be good for the playoffs. Because just so I'm not like, oh wow, we need to like win this game. Like, if we lose this game, then we lose. Like, we don't make the playoffs, or right? But I mean, I also don't really want to win the most points in the regular season, because, well, you guys already know how that goes. Another day, hey, we're gonna have a good day. I feel like this is like pretty fucking solid. This mosquito's gonna die, guys. Doing some massive scouting. No gems so far. Out of the top 5, 2 out of the top 5 is Canadian. One's American, one Norwegian, one's Latvian, and one American. And one's supposed to be going in the early second round. which is Sagan, which is an American goalie. 5-2 win. My bad, not 5-0. Wait. Oh. Shit. 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 5-0 win against Nashville. 4-3 shootout win over Islanders. 5-2 win over Toronto. Six-4 win over Philly. 5-1 win over Buffalo. Five 3 loss to Colorado. 3-2 win over Chicago. A 4-3 shootout win over Carolina. 3-2 loss to Anaheim. 7-4 win over Rangers. 7-4 loss over Florida. 7-0 win over Dallas. Two 2-0 win over Ottawa. 5-4 loss to Tampa. Ten 4 win over Calgary. 3-2 overtime win against Minnesota. 3-2 shootout win over Columbus. 6-5 loss. Are you saying that? Yeah, it's Sebastian. It ain't even worth it, bro. 6-5 loss over St. Louis. 8-3 win over Utah. 6-0 loss over New Jersey. 7-1 win over Detroit. 1-0 loss to Vancouver. 4-1 win over Edmonton. still the same list. It's just that he just dropped down in the rankings, which ain't bad. I mean, I wouldn't be drafting him anyways with a late second or an early second. Why is our backup starting? Or our lowest overall? Which makes no sense. 4-1 loss to Vegas. It's 8-3 win over Boston. 4-2 loss over Calgary. 1-0 overtime loss to LA. Eight 5 win over Washington. 6-4 win over Montreal. 3-2 overtime win over San Jose. 5-2 win over Pittsburgh. Now, like, this might be good. But right now, I don't want to. 5-3 win over Seattle, I think it was. I was not paying attention. Yeah, 5-3 win over Seattle. Couture. Uh, 2-0 win over Calgary. 4-1 win over Nashville. 7-2 win over Islanders. And 6-3 loss to Toronto Maple Leafs. So technically forward wise, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Were you drafted by us? No. Yeah, so you're not a really huge factor. Where this guy here, I guess, wouldn't even really be a big factor either if we end up losing. $15 for you. And I'd rather Nelson over him. Right? So. One and a half. Yeah, I feel like the forward's going to be the better option for us. Like maybe 11, 10, 10.75 for the next 7 years. Dean. Pan? would be the only other one. At 1.1 million right on the dot. Modified no trade clause. $1.075. Couple signings there. Not bad. We're averaging 4.18 goals a game, which is fucking nuts. 3-2 loss to Philly. Strumble signed. Pan signed. Mealy says no. Nelson says yes. And a 4-1 loss also. So if he ends up in the net again, I'm going to be like, what the fuck? But it's not. $2 million for 1 year? Sure. This guy? Sure. Yeah, there's no way we're getting him for that low. And same with you. And same with you. So, we'll just send him to the trade deadline. The day right before trade deadline. We're on a 3-game losing streak. A 7-6 loss. 4-2 win over Chicago. Shit. I didn't even put in the actual roster. Goddamn. Defense is done. I know that for sure. Forward wise, I might have to do a little rewinding. I got our roster, or our lineup, I guess you could say, for this year. So I just went on the live stream and clipped it. So Yeah, Langford is done. Langford. Yeah. Wait, is Langford? Can I send him down technically? Well, there's no point now. He's playing. He already played his rookie year. So. Three years at 3.1 for an 80 overall, and I'm giving up 2 seconds. Fuck that shit. Get the fucking out of here. 4-3 shootout win against Dallas, which is huge. Yes, I'm gonna be simming up right to the next season where we're supposed to be ending every episode off. It just was. We went to the movies, I think it was, or whatever, the last episode. It's just been. It's just been a busy week, right? So, family, hanging out with the family, right? And all that goody stuff. I'm honestly really intrigued in this guy's shit. Offensive defenseman. We could kind of use a guy like that, right? This guy, he's just a playmaker, which ain't really nothing special. 2A D-man. Yeah, there's a couple D-mans here. I mean, I'm guessing we should be ending up with a decently high one to begin with. I know I'm daddy's number one. If you love me like I was his son. Daddy's girl. I took you to a baseball game. Your Barbie dolls who played the brain. Your house, Roger played the Braves. And your pictures, just say, Daddy's girl. Daddy's girl. I'm in center of Daddy's world. I'm Daddy's number one. He loves me like I was his son. Daddy's girl. Jim's still just that one defenseman, offensive defenseman. But we do have a boss now, you guys. Same scouting reports that we had. The Norwegian dropped, though. So, we'll see. (7-2) win over Tampa Bay. 9-2 win over Winnipeg. 4-3 shootout win against Columbus. 6-2 win over St. Louis. I think that was. Richie's back. So once our defenseman's back, we're gonna have to send down a couple guys. Yeah, 6-2 win over St. Louis. 4-1 win over Utah. New Jersey spanked us last game. 5-4 win over New Jersey. We'll just send down that goalie. 6-5 shootout win over Red Wings. 4-3 shootout win over Vancouver. I just realized pretty much if one of these guys aren't hurt, we'll pretty much have to fucking send one of them down. Ooh, this one might be a good trade. Trading down 2 rounds for an 81 overall, 25-year-old power forward, 79 draws. As bad as I want him, we just don't have room for him. Because if we end up trading for Cameron, this guy's gone. This guy right here is gone. Three one win over Edmonton, 6-4 win over Vegas, 6-1 win over Boston. Five 3 win over Kings. Win over the Kings. Three by 3. Long way to Richmond. I'm I accept your offer. You put table cash wise. Thank you. Thank God we did not have to make a trade. 4-3 shootout win over Washington. 5-4 shootout win over Montreal. We've won every single game in February. Yeah, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12-0 right now in the month of February. We have 13 games. We could end up with 12-1 or 13-0, which is going to be huge. And we're also on a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21 game winning streak. I'm pretty sure. Gavin McKenna. So, are we already clinched? Oh, I was like, holy fuck. I mean, would not surprise me when we are sitting at 16 points ahead of second, which is in our own division. 16 fucking points. Like, as of right now, McKenna is in first for points. Claymore is in second for goals with a game less than Bedard. But 13 plus minus better. Goaltending. First starter, I'd say probably him. But our goalie's, well, pretty far behind. But lowest goals against. Okay, our goalie's middle of the pack, but wins. Our goalie's first. Right? We're winning games still. Rookie skaters. I don't even know if we have one. Forstrin, Staples. Winnipeg looks like a young team, same with Washington. Yeah, Richie would be our first, which ain't nothing to brag about. So, let's sim to this. We're gonna be buyers. We're just gonna keep the team. We're gonna look at. Maybe we could look on like moving someone though, like a guy like Langford, or like no, not Langfield, Tooney, or in a guy like Cameron for like say a medium elite with our first or something for a medium elite defenseman. Young guy, right? Young guy. They're looking to build their team. They're looking for that guy just to push them over that edge. He's going to be waiting quite a bit to even have a chance at playing, and we're paying him $3 million just to sit there on the bench. Of course, if he's on. or even like say medium elite forward. Like usually at like Chicago or Colorado, sign this kid. 82 fucking years old. Play him in your fucking lineup. He's your fourth fucking best player. The fuck are you doing? You fucking retards. Colorado, bro. I'm just surprised that there's no medium elites or anything like that. Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna sim to. What did Toronto get for Anderchuk and Hunter? Hunter, which is a medium top 6. And who else was it? And a medium elite goalie. For Knives? I feel like that's a pretty good trade because Knives is pretty old. He's 34. And that bad contract, kind of. Anaheim. Like, and Toronto had to pay on top of that. Yikes. Do we end the season on a perfect, or end the season, end the month on a perfect note against the St. Louis San Jose Sharks? Yes, we do. A perfect month, 13-0. Can we do another perfect month? Let's go. Pittsburgh, you're next. They're probably like, bro, you can just win, bro. I'm just gonna switch them to so Pittsburgh 2-0 loss. Is this month is just gonna be losses? No? Or what? 4-2 win. Let's go. Back in the win column. Let's go. Richie. Cameron's young. Like, I don't have room for Cameron. Unless if I get rid of a fucking Tort. Do we get rid of a Ford and wreck that +5? Win over Nashville. Which is huge. Cameron slots in. Three two win over Nashville. 5-3 loss over Islanders. 2-1 loss over Toronto. Well, we could, because Nats could play up here. Nelson could be gone. Yeah, so if we rock with the same coaching staff, Nelson is going to be gone. Yeah, I agree. Nelson will be gone. If we keep the same coaching staff. Which are we likely? Probably fucking not, because on 2-0 loss to Philly, which is bad. 4-2 loss over Buffalo. 4-0 win over Colorado. I'm not even gonna bother scouting everyone else. Hornquist. That's the guy right there. Perfect. And then we'll just go all the medium top 4 D-men. Because if we could get like a second or third round steal on that, right? Still the two, one bust, one gem. Goalie wise is staying the same. Besides Ekblad moving up in the standings, in the rank pool, which is kind of huge. Or nothing win to Colorado. Nice. Slaughter them. We already got our X. 5-2 win against Chicago, which is huge again. Seven 4 win against Carolina. 2-0 loss to Anaheim. And our young goalie guy gets hurt. Our young goalie guy. He's like in his prime, isn't he? Yeah, 27. He's in his prime. 2-0 loss to Anaheim. How's Burnaby doing? 105 points. God damn. The next closest is 101. But NHL wise, the next closest is 96 points, which is like 15 points back. I feel like we just have to win a couple more games, and I think we clinched a top seed, like, throughout the playoffs, which is kind of going to be huge for us. 2-1 win over Rangers, which is nice. 9-1 win over Dallas, which is huge. 3-2 loss, 4-1 win over Tampa. Three-one win over Winnipeg. 5-4 overtime loss to Minnesota. And last game of the regular season, 8-0 win over the Columbus Blue Jackets. Cameron's going to get subbed out for Erickson because we want Erickson back in. We want our goalie back into the net in Cuba. So we're playing the Anaheim Ducks, which I think might have finished second or third in our conference. Or our division, I mean. Oh no, they dropped. They were right behind us at the beginning of the season. We finished first by 13 points. The next closest is the Islanders. We are first. Like Sounds they misses out at 10. Seattle misses out at 14. Nashville misses out at 18. And Washington makes it in at 19. Montreal finished with the lowest points by 6 fucking points. Gavin McKenna has a good chance at winning overall, and Claymore might have the goals Yeah, so as far as I can see, Claymore has the goals, but McKenna got the points. Yeah, Claymore got the points, or goals. Bedard has the points. D-man wise, Zane Parekh, Schaefer. Clark. We do not even have a defenseman even close. Bro, okay, where's our defenseman's at? 41. Okay, 41 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, I guess he missed 20 games, so I can't blame him. Goalie wise, though, I did not check goalie wise. Did he even have good numbers, like a 920 or something? 912? That might be good enough for something. Probably not. Yeah, not really when this guy has a 924. Pan has a 923. Beckus has a 921. Gustafsson has a 921. Wallstead has a 921. Anderson or Jokela has a 919. Goals, lowest goals against. Wallstead. Yeah, no. He did not win any goalies. Yeah, he did not win any goalies. I think we got sweeping of the player awards. Or mostly all of them, I guess. All the forward awards. Anaheim's looking like pretty fucking solid. They did pick up Knives. Knives did pretty alright for a third liner. I feel like Knives would have been better off just to stay on Toronto. I feel like Toronto kind of won that trade because yeah, so wait, is Toronto in the playoffs? Hold on. Toronto is, and they're without their starting goalie. Yikes. So, reversing the Anaheim Ducks, game 1, 3-2, or 3-1 loss. 3-1 loss. Stop. Don't sim game 2. Do not sim game 2. We need our best fucking available players. I don't give a fuck whether you're gonna play hurt or not. I need the best available players that we have. 3-1 L game 1, which ain't good. 4-3 overtime loss, 5-2 win, 2-1 loss, and 3-2 overtime loss. So we swept the Cleveland Monsters. We're off against the Segi Hughes Crunch. An A. 5-3 win, 4-3 loss, 3-2 loss, and 3-2 loss. Same thing. One goal, right? One goal. like what the. We'll try our best to try to keep him. I just don't think, yeah, he's not signing for that. Claymore could go. Neasley is going at the draft. The Islanders affiliates won, and the Islanders won the cup. What a season for you guys. Good shit. Islanders, good shit. So we picked number 2 via Pittsburgh. We picked number 6 via LA. Or so it goes Tampa jumping up from 4 to 1. We stay at 2 with via Pittsburgh. Montreal drops from 1 to 3. Rangers drop from 3 to 4. Colorado stays at 5. We pick 6 via LA. We pick 7th via Buffalo. We pick 8th via Chicago. We pick 9th via Calgary. Detroit's at 10. New Jersey is at 11. Utah at 12. We pick 13 via Minnesota. We pick 14 via Columbus. Nashville picks 15. Seattle picks 16. And we pick 17 via San Jose. So we're picking at like here. If he's still available, we'll take him. Oh no, we're picking here. Shelley. Offensive defenseman, PK Subban. I feel like he'd be our best pick, the Norwegian. I mean, of course, if whoever's picked. Draisaitl, no. Draisaitl calls it quits. Kyle Connors, Sebastian Aho, Pettersson, Dahlin, Batherson, Marchenko, Tippett, Marcelli, Holmstrom, Kokonami, Teravainen. No one really that good besides fucking Draisaitl and Aho and Connor and Pettersson and Dahlin and Batherson. But the thing is, only 2 of them are a point per game, and that's Kyle Connor and Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl still put up good numbers at fucking 41. Connor, you just got fucking raped in the ass. If whoever picked number 1, I can't remember. But if they take that offensive defenseman, we're just going to trade down to like 5. In the 2037 NHL entry draft, the Grand Prairie Storms are proud to select from the SHL HV71's Jace Maltz. In 2037, the Grand Prairie Storms are proud to select from the NLA Hockey Club Matthias German. after a damn gun and have a man bun. No, I don't want him. I'm like, oh, medium elite. But no. So we are going to petty who that's so I was selling you. So 146 goalie. Maybe number 10. 93. No. 91. Lefty. So as of right now, we're doing. Yeah, we're just gonna do them 4 selections. We're gonna keep that number 9th overall. We're gonna trade this pick here, this Buffalo, to Buffalo, exchange for next year's 1st and next year's 3rd. How about just 1 for 1? Deal? Perfect. Chicago, you're next. For next year's 1st and next year's 3rd. How about a 4th? How about a 5th? How about just 1 for 1? You guys say no. The fuck? How about a 2nd and a 3rd then? How about just remove the 3rd? How about remove that and add in a 3rd? Deal. Calgary gets their pick back. Exchange for next year's 1st and next year's 3rd. Well, next year's 4th. How about next year's 5th? I don't feel like adding on this. How about 1 for 1? Fuck, this is like a robbery for them. 2nd and a 3rd? How about a 2nd and a 4th? How about just a 2nd? How about a 1st, a 3rd, and a 4th? Minnesota. We'll trade it to Dallas for their 1st and 2nd. How about 1st and 3rd? We'll give back their 1st just for 1st and for next year. 1 for 1. Seattle, we're going to give up them to... Oh, we traded the 9th. Oh, whatever. pick do we need? 190, 146. And we'll just trade this for like a second and a third. And we'll give them Nelson for next year's first and 2/3. Does he want to go to Calgary? He wants to go to Calgary. How about later in the future first? Ask him to pick that. And that. So I'm gonna end it off here. Solid draft. Them 4 picks. That's it. That's all. Didn't see who went 10th, but you know, yeah, that's it. See you later.